More than 200 years ago, Americans fought a revolution against big government.
He has erected a multitude of new offices and has sent hither swarms of officials to harass our people and eat out their substance.
We've hidden justice somewhere in the law, and we can't find it.
Hi, I'm Destiny Davis, Playboys Miss January 2005. Watch Mr. Wagener on Second Thought.
I'm Ted Gunderson, former head of the FBI in Southern California. Retired in 1979. I furnished considerable information to B.J. Wagener. If you want the full story, you want to know what's going on, watch B.J. Wagener.
Welcome to On Second Thought. I am Brianna Moore, co-hosting today. Thank you for joining us where William J. Wagener gives you reason to have second thoughts. And now for the host and producer of On Second Thought, the good guy in the white hat, William J. Wagener.
Your name, sir, is?
Yeah, the name is Gary Arnold, G. Richard Arnold with the Association of Real Estate Advisors.
Did you give me permission to publish this and on the internet and cable television and other forums republished in perpetuity?
Yes, you certainly do have permission.
What were you just saying about the state bar and...
Yeah, right now we're talking from the county seat of the county of Santa Cruz, one of the smaller counties in the state of California, in the Monterey Bay area. This is an area where they've adopted what they call the United Nations Agenda 21. They're trying to harmonize the laws for a North American Union. And by doing that, they need to get rid of the checks and balances. In this case, it's the Board of Appeals, the Planning Board of Appeals. What they've been doing, in fact, is loading up the red tags on the residents. There's something like 8,000 to 10,000 red tags. And this, in fact, weakens those people's property. They also record the red tags so the victim cannot refinance or get himself out of this particular situation. So the jackals are the nonprofit organizations in which the planning department works with. You'll find that they're right there. They see somebody weak, they'll buy property for pennies on the dollar. Then they've got their bankers, they've got their organizations. They purchase the property, they get their political payoffs. They build the property, they extend the management to other people. There's benefits left and right, but there's been literally hundreds of millions of dollars have been transferred from victims to these nonprofits. The policy that's made in this county doesn't come from the people. We got a board that votes 5-0 virtually every time. And there's two different policies that are running them. One, this economic system, which is a symbiotic connection between the nonprofits and the planning department that issues red tags like they were going out of style. And the other one is the adoption of United Nations governance policies. Again, trying to harmonize the laws, doing away with the checks and balances, and that money is seeping through the larger foundations such as Packard, Panetta, which is our new head of the CIA, Rockefeller, the Irvine Foundation, and half a dozen others. And these people, again, they're the nonprofits. They're not like you and me that pay the taxes. They're using the people as victims. As in Africa, when the jackals chase the herd and they go after the weakest one. And the Board of Supervisors understands this now, and that's why they're trying to kill this Board of Appeals. The first time it's met in 33 years, they got decent, honest people on there, and they're maligning them and trying to destroy it this afternoon. Oh, by the way, one of the supervisors, I think the gentleman asked me to come over here to mention this. Ellen Perry, who is one of the 5 supervisors, appointed her husband to a planning commission. He is the head of the Bar Association in the county of Santa Cruz. So this thing, they've tried to cover cover all their bases. The newspapers that were purchased in this area, we've got the Santa Cruz Sentinel, the Mercury News, and the Monterey Herald. Those were purchased by a huge chain. That money came from Bill Gates Foundation. Again, the foundations are running everything. They're controlling the news. If the people in this county knew what was going on, these people would be out of here tomorrow. But there's a lot of patty cake being played with these foundations that own newspapers. You got to go to the internet. The newspapers are just lying to you. Again, preparing a disaster not only locally but nationwide. To have one common currency, to have a North American Union, so-called harmonize the laws. When that emergency comes through, everything will disappear. And if you look at your city manager and your county CAO, the person in charge under an emergency is not anybody you elect, but those that belong to the International City Managers Association or the equivalent for the county's county administrative officers. But America's in a crisis, both locally and nationally and worldwide, where they're trying to create a common currency. It's so apparent now. People, please wake up, protect yourself and your family, demand your rights, study the Constitution. There's a hell of a lot more of us than there are of them, so you just have to inform yourself and act and speak up.
What's your website?
I've got one website that's called themuckraker.net. That goes into the internal parts of national and international politics. The one that deals with property rights is straighttalknews.org. That's straighttalknews.org. That's not my site, but that's the one that covers most of the abuse in this county.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Well, that's a scoop here from Santa Cruz County. This is William Wagener for On Second Thought on the internet and in Europe cable. America Unleashed. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I got a friend that's been working for years.
Coming up.
It'll take a while. You'll hear a riot starting. Now, I have sued the county 3 times. The last lawsuit filed against this county here, they issued an order, the primary defendant in the county, Aaron Joseph, to evict me from my home on the very day this county filed to have my lawsuit against them dismissed. This is the methodologies they use in this county. They will prosecute you maliciously, file cases against you, then when you prosecute them back and you have them caught red-handed, they evict you from your home, order that you may not communicate with your children, throw you in jail, maybe pay $200,000 in bail to get out, and filed 5 more false felonies against me. This is the modus operandi of the county council in Santa Cruz County. The band of criminals, the band of thieves. I'm Clive, Liberty for Life.